Hello, CloudSuite crew. On behalf of the training department here at Central Data, I'm excited to show a new feature coming into CSD as of version 11.20.8. It is the new quick entry view of customer cash receipt entry. This new workflow is designed to give operators a more keyboard driven entry method and can be pretty handy if your customers have a lot of outstanding receivables to sort through and maybe their remittances don't follow any rhyme or reason. As you can see here from my cash receipt entry screen, I've already started some of my payment entry just to save us some time. You may notice that I have payment reversal, payment reference, and payment types all active in my view. These are all relatively new features, and if you don't see them in your CSD environment today, please feel free to send an email to support@centraldata.com, and we can assist you with how to activate these fields and what they're used for. For our purposes today, they are not required for this new workflow functionality, but just worth noting all the same. As I click Next and enter into the Cash application screen, I'm brought directly into the Invoices view. From this grid, of course, I can search for my 3 invoices that I need to apply by either paging through the outstanding 121 invoices and searching for my proper invoice. I can, of course, sort on any one of these columns. So maybe the customer puts a remittance by invoice date, and that would help me find my 3 invoices. I can use the grid search here to type in an invoice number and find it, selecting it, and typing in my next invoice number as needed. Or, of course, I also have the option of using that grid filter and kind of doing the same thing, except now I'm only looking in one particular column. These all work pretty well, but of course now Infor has given us one more option. So let me go ahead and reset my application. And so aside from our invoices view, our credits view of our outstanding credits, debits in case we're using debit memos to help balance out application, we now have a fourth view available to us, and this is where you're going to find that quick entry method. It's presenting us with almost a form type view to help us build our own customized transactions grid. Now, I cannot enter invoices for a different customer or a customer outside of the group that I'm applying to, but it does help me not have to sift through all those 121 invoices that are open for this particular customer. So my first invoice, I'm going to go ahead and enter in the invoice base number. I tab to the suffix, in this case it's 00. I tab to the apply amount, and if I'm going to be applying in full, I don't have to enter an apply amount here. I can just tab one more time and hit spacebar to select the paid in full. You see that the applied amount defaults in. I tab 3 more times, once, twice, third time, and now select is outlined. If I use my spacebar, it will drop that transaction down into my grid. Now I do have to use my mouse to bring me back up to my invoice number field, but I'm going to go ahead and enter in my other 2 invoices to just show you that without moving my mouse except for that one time in between each transaction, it's actually pretty keyboard friendly. And so I have all 3 of my transactions here in my grid. I can still work with this grid as I need to. So in this case, I see that my proof is I'm over applied by 95 cents. And as I look at my remittance, I find that the customer short paid us by the 95 cents on this third invoice. So I can come in here, select in my apply amount, put in the $288 that needs to be applied, and I am brought into my write-off screen when I hit tab. None of this is new functionality. I just wanted to demonstrate that that grid is workable. So I have my AR write-off. and I click OK. My proof is now 0. My cash is applied, and I can go ahead and final update. One important thing to note here is that any application that I do here in the quick entry does transfer over into the main grid. So if I sort in my paid in full, you'll see there's my 3 invoices with their applied amounts. So I can hop back here if I need to add a few more or adjust anything that I don't feel like I can do in quick entry, but there's really nothing you can't do in quick entry that is here in the grid. So I'll go ahead and click finish. Ready to update, and my check is posted. Important to note here is that they've also added the Entry Defaults button up at the top of the ARECE Cash Receipts entry screen. And with proper SASO security, I can click on that and save the default view based on operator, profile, or company. So if you think within your workflows for your business that you would be using that invoices view more often than not because maybe you have not so many that are outstanding to sift through, then you can keep it at the invoices view. But if you like this new quick entry and you want that to be your default view entering in cash receipts, then you just need to select quick entry and then save for your own or save for user, profile, or company, and you'll be all set. Thank you for taking the time to check this new feature out. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@centraldata.com. Have a great day.